Imagine this. What if you and the people on your team or in your inner circle, what if you could engage in productive conflict? Not the kind of conflict where people are attacking each other, not the kind of conflict that results in bitter feelings or where people feel that they have been sidelined, not the kind of conflict where there's somebody who wins and somebody who loses. I'm talking about the kind of conflict that's rooted in trust, where people trust each other so much that they don't have to hold back, that they feel like they can freely express their opinions, that their voice belongs in the mix, that they can ask questions that are provocative so that it sheds light on a situation and it gets fully thought out, that the group can look at it from all those angles and have all that diversity of opinion in the mix. What if you could have that kind of high trust, productive conflict on a regular basis? Here's what happens when a team is able to do that. With productive conflict, you avoid groupthink. Groupthink is another one of our decision traps we should talk about. Groupthink happens when the harmony of the group is valued more than the effectiveness of the group. So somebody, whether it be a senior leader or whether it be somebody who's highly influential or the person who just happens to have the loudest voice, somebody puts the idea out there and nobody else wants to challenge it. Everybody wants to go along to get along. And because of that, sometimes bad decisions are made. Problems go unresolved. People accept subpar solutions because they have compromised what they're putting into the conversation. With groupthink, any team is inherently limited. But when you have productive conflict, when people are willing to play devil's advocate, to ask those tough questions, to continually press for what are we missing? And what if we looked at things another way? With that kind of productive conflict, members of the team have a higher sense of commitment. They feel more confident, more solid in the decisions that the team has made. When all the voices have been heard and nobody feels like they have to hold back, well, naturally, the end result is better because you have leveraged the input and experience of everybody in the group. Productive conflict is something that people with good critical thinking skills always look for, always aim for, and always are able to bring to a group. If your team isn't experiencing productive conflict, ask why. What is it that's keeping people from engaging in conflict? And I don't mean ugly conflict, I mean good conflict, respectful conflict, the kind of conflict that's founded in trust, that causes us to have a higher commitment, that causes us to respect each other and appreciate each other because we have made one another better. If your team doesn't have that, ask why not and try to figure out what it would take to develop those critical thinking skills so that you can routinely engage in productive conflict.